know, it is KJM and it is No Makeup Sunday and no makeup on as usual. So you can even see my bags. Except for, a little bit of gloss that I be doing. And I told you I gotta have my Victoria's Secret lip gloss on because I wear a lot of liquid matte lipsticks during the week and on the weekends. Not only that, I don't like my lips to be ashy, so I even go to bed with it on. Hopefully the glitters won't look like there's stuff on the corner of my mouth. If you see anything on the corner of my mouth, that shit is a glitter. I can't wait till this Victoria's Secret's. Hey girl! I can't wait until this Victoria's Secret's lip gloss is finished. So I bought a whole pack of assorted ones and I can't control it. And this one just has glitter every freaking place. Like, I don't want to be glittering, but there I am. Hey Yemi! And actually my friend from Yemi Craft can tell you that I really do go to bed with lip gloss on. So shout out to you. I couldn't decide if I was going to do a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live. And last week, as most of you know, I did not do a No Makeup Sunday video. So this episode is the Mercury in Retrograde episode. So we're going to be all over the place talking about a whole lot of stuff. So the retrograde, I think, is started, Mercury in retrograde, I think this is the third one for this year, started on October 31st, which I was on my period then, so I'm just letting you guys know where my mind frame is. And then I think it goes all the way to November 20th, so we're still in it. For those people who don't know, for a lot of the signs, when Mercury is in retrograde, a lot of shit is backwards. So a lot of crap happened during this time. One of the things I did, as you can see, is I became a red ombre for the autumn winter. Okay, which I'm loving it. But y'all need to remind me never to change my hair during a retrograde again, because just a lot of shit went down. You know what I'm saying? I was all over the place. But I hate to say it, even though I love my wet and wavy, the change is welcome. And you can look at my Instagram to see like all the different photos I've been taking all week with this new hair. And if you guys have been wondering, I think it's I have a Mavine 360 frontal, and I probably have some Indique and Mavine pieces in there. Those are like the two companies. And then my hair salon, Dinette's Hair Salon in Paterson, New Jersey, they dyed it, styled it, did my whole hair for me. So shout out to them. So Mercury has been jacking me up. So I started off this retrograde on my period, okay? Usually my period is like really easygoing. Wasn't easygoing this time. I've been moody ever since. I've been cussing people out left and right. Some deserve it, some don't. For those that haven't, I apologize. I'm trying to get myself together. 3 retrogrades in 1 year, and I don't know if it's normal or not. I don't know a lot about astrology, but Mercury is really fucking me this year. I don't know who else Mercury is doing a job on, but Mercury is literally fucking me, and there's no lube, and it's terrible. And I know that's a little raw for Sunday, but some of you know I curse. I try not to curse on a Sunday, but sometimes it happens. So because I didn't do last week's No Makeup Sunday, I was like down in the tubes. I was laying on my couch. I didn't feel like talking. And for those of you that don't know, when you're a creator, whether you're a blogger, a writer, a crafter, a vlogger, it takes so much to break through your sadness and stuff that you're going in real life and still want to create. So I took last Sunday off just to do me. And actually yesterday I spent all day on my couch yesterday. Didn't leave my apartment, not even to go get my mani-pedi. Vibi, hopefully I'll see you next Saturday. Because I was so down, I just laid on my couch. And I had these rollers in the flexi rod since Friday night. But since I was going to do today's No Makeup Sunday and I didn't give y'all one last week, I figured not only fresh face, but I'm gonna give y'all a little cleavage. And I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of the new hair and how that's going and whatever. And actually, this is really from the flexi rods and maybe a little bit of wanding. I had to like clean my frontal today and and all that other stuff. And for anybody who knows what that means, and then like reapply it, it's work. And so parts of my hair is a little bit flat because it was still a little bit wet and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to show y'all. So I'm an ombre redhead and I'm enjoying being an ombre redhead, but I've gotten myself into a lot of trouble in the last couple weeks. Sorry, I haven't been able to see my lash lady either, so my lashes are just falling out when they feel like. Shout out to Stacy. Stacy, I hope my money gets right so I can see you too, okay? And while I'm shouting out people, shout out to Queenie from Queen Accessories, who I only wear Queenie shades. So if you ever see me in shades and you're asking me where they came from Queen Accessories. You can check out, I tag her in all my shades photos. You can go online, like, support Queenie. Okay, so this retrograde. This retrograde has had me all in my feelings. Plus, I suffer from winter blues. So that's two things that I'm dealing with at the same time. And then I started it off on my period. So that was like three things. And KJM is all over the damn place. Sometimes you're just going through things in life. But I feel like when it gets closer to the holidays and the days are shorter, I'm noticing more when people are shortchanging me on stuff in my life. So in the springtime and the summertime, I'm traveling. Even if my money's funny, I'm finding a way to rob Peter, pay Paul, do what I need to do. And I'm not really noticing when people aren't showing up for me. I'm not really noticing when people are just kind of half there for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really paying attention to all that stuff because I'm so involved in the stuff that I like to do for myself. But by the time September rolls around, I start to take stock of my friends, of my family. I start to take stock of any lovers I may have, which for the last 4 years has been the same one. And basically the bulk of this decade has been the same one. So, you know, I've just had to be, you know, plugging in Bullet. But even in this retrograde, one morning I plugged in Bullet and Bullet, one morning I went to use Bullet and Bullet just stopped immediately and I realized he needed to be charged. And so that's terrible when that happens with your vibrator and that kind of stuff happens. But this is how the Mercury retrograde is getting me down. That even my vibrator that always shows up for me decides that he wants to take a break. You know, it's kind of a mess. So, like I said, this is a season that I kind of notice when I'm being shortchanged. And whenever I feel down, I just kind of stay to myself. There's only a few, you know, family and friends that I may mention, you know, how I'm feeling, what I'm going through to them. And if you suffer from winter blues and the holidays is not your time of year, you definitely know what I'm talking about. You've definitely gone through these things. So I'm taking stock of my life. Plus, we're coming to the end of a decade. Does anybody else feel the weight of what it's like to come to the end of a decade? I feel like this was my a day late and dollar short decade. I feel behind professionally, personally. I think the only place that I feel like I'm really excelling is really in friendships. I have some amazing friends. I mean, some of y'all listen to me, you know, rant about stuff all the time. Like Grace and Nicole, they hear my relationship stuff. Yimmy got to hear I ain't got no money. I ain't got no honey. I mean, y'all spend a lot of time listening to me whine about my life, and I do appreciate you guys so much for holding down that fort and listening to all my complaints, because I like to be happy-go-lucky. I like to shake things off, and it's not happening in this retrograde, but at least these curls are looking amazing in this retrograde. You understand what I'm saying? And they better not die down on the 21st either. I better be a sexy red. Look at that red. I'm gonna try to go a little redder in the front when I get my money up, you know, and give y'all that real spice. And shout out to everybody who's changed their hair colors for the seasons and trying to bring a little more into the autumn and into the winter. Shout out to you guys. So I know I'm all over the place, but that is the purpose of the Mercury retrograde. I'm dealing with a lot right now. Shout out to my little brother. He had his 34th birthday on Friday. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm so happy that you entered this world. And thank you for listening to my craziness, because you've been listening to it for 34 years. You know what I'm saying? I knows you tired. So I'm figuring out, I'm feeling shortchanged. I'm feeling like some people are not showing up for me. But I also realize I'm probably not showing up for people the way I normally would. So a big apology to people if you feel like I'm not checking in to see how you're doing. I know some of you suffer from winter blues. I'm going to try to spend some time this week texting, calling, reaching out to some of you just to check on you, to make sure that you're okay. I want to check myself too on the friendship thing. I don't want to just feel like, okay, people didn't show up for me, so boo-hoo, woe's me. I'm a strong person, and I love being there for my friends. I love being there for my family. I love being there for the people that hold me down. And so if I'm slipping a little bit, it's because I've been laying on my couch and I've had my flexi rods in and I've had my legs unshaved. Matter of fact, I shaved my legs for this live. I know y'all can't see it, but I didn't want to feel all fuzzy on the legs. And I shave year round, and I do shave above the knee. And by the way, okay, what you were saying, Gimme? Yes, okay, sometimes I have to take care of myself. If I can't reach out, it's understandable. I know, but y'all got me. So I want to make sure that I have y'all and that I'm also checking in on you guys too. Because I'm not the only one going through something. But I am very dramatic. I'm a Gemini. So when all the personalities come together, I'm like, oh my God, my life is falling apart like a damn country western song. But I have to understand that the legs to my chair, which are pretty much my good friends and family, are the foundation of who I am. So I want to check in on my foundation too and make sure that my strong friends, that they're also doing well. So I'm going to try a little bit harder this week to reach out to some of you and all that other stuff. I know you and I have already spoken this morning. And thanks for letting me know that a very merry mix-up was on Hallmark this morning. Christmas movies make me pretty sad. It's not my season, but there are a couple, especially on Hallmark, that I really do love, and so I do try to tune into them. But in general, because of my winter blues, I do not start watching Christmas movies on a regular till about December 1st, because I've learned if I start in October, the way how Hallmark wants me to, I may be slitting my wrist by December. Because there's only so many happy endings, and it's Christmas, we got a dog. It's Christmas, we in love, and we bought a house. It's Christmas, we done saved daddy's farm, and we in love. There's only so much of that shit that you could take, and I can't take like 3 months of Christmas movies. God bless anybody who can do that. So, it's nice to catch a movie that I love and whatever, and, in the retrograde, something that's going to lift me up. Are you anybody feeling the effects of the retrograde out there? Or do you think this is just life? This is just being a grown up? Because I don't know what it is. Once September hits, stuff I can deal with in the springtime just fine. I have such a hard time in autumn and winter dealing with those things. So if you break my heart in the spring, in the summer, ain't nothing but a thing, because my birthday is coming up and I'm going to be out here shaking the girls, shaking my moneymaker. You understand what I'm saying? But when these things happen in autumn and in winter, I cry, I get sad, I get frustrated. And that brings me to something else. I posted this meme the other day that says like something to the effect of, some women are so lucky. They have a crush, they have a boyfriend, and that crush, that boyfriend becomes their husband. And as some of us have to meet all of the sons of Pharaoh, okay? Before our Moses comes. Now, if you don't know who Pharaoh and Moses is, and I'm speaking to the man, if you don't know who Pharaoh and Moses is, you already not on my level, because I need you to understand, okay? But so we're all waiting for that Moses, and I just want to know, how hard is it to part the Red Sea? I've been asking that. Why can't some of y'all do that? And so because of all that, I have stopped taking applications from Pharaoh's sons. Yes. Don't think you're doing me a favor because I'm a single woman. Don't think you're doing me a favor by gracing my bedroom or gracing my presence or sending me a text or whatever. Like, Kingston is still hot to trot, okay? I got to be turning folks down. So if you don't mean well in my life, if you don't have great intentions for me, you don't have to necessarily free the Israelites like Moses did. But if you don't have great intentions, Moses had a plan. Moses was following God's plan. If you don't have those types of intentions for me, like a plan for me, a plan for you, and the plan is not having fun, okay? I'm just not down with it. Then leave me be, because there's somebody else out there that's going to have a plan for me, and I'm going to be ready, and hopefully that person can be ahead of me with stuff. So shout out to all the women where it didn't happen for you right away. You didn't just have your first crush and your first crush became your husband and your everything and your best friend. Yeah, I'm not part of that list. Okay, I'm out there boogie wooging with Pharaoh's sons. You know what I mean? And I've been doing that for like a decade now. I don't think in my 20s I noticed much, because in my 20s I was not thinking about being with anybody. And if I have to be real, I've only had 2 people I've dated that I really, really cared about. Just 2. I mean, the rest of them, I wouldn't want y'all to get hit by a car, but I didn't really have like real invested feelings where I think about, oh, what happened, why it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So I think in my 20s, I was just focused on my education. My education was, and to get to a certain degree was my main focus. I was moving. I was my thinnest. I still had big boobs, but I was pretty thin. So for my 20s, I wasn't even focused on a guy. But this last decade, I didn't realize, like, I had not planned on getting married. I had not planned on having children, but I didn't know it was going to be so hard to find a soulmate. I didn't think that there was going to be so many of Pharaoh's sons out there. I didn't realize that Moses was going to be something unique. I didn't know that. And so, you know, for everyone that it happened right away, I mean, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, some of us are getting our asses handed to us, and dating is just difficult. And if y'all don't know, you can meet Pharaoh's sons, like, anywhere. The sons of Pharaohs, they're everywhere. They're at your local Starbucks. They're online for sure. And actually, they've been catching a couple serial killer dudes online. So y'all that are online dating, watch out there, okay? Because they've been catching a couple now. Even here in Jersey, there was a young brother out here just killing all these women, these beautiful women, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they caught him. Oh, hold on. Allegedly. So, you know, Pharaoh's sons could be out there any which way. And I think the reason why sometimes they grab my attention, these guys that they don't have a purpose for themselves and they don't have a purpose for who they're seeing, is because I never saw myself as like the settling down type. So because I didn't have a plan for my personal life, I had a plan for my career. I have a plan for, you know, my friendships. I have a plan for everything else, but personal life, I had no plan. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the women in my family settled down very young, got married as like teenagers. You know sometimes how West Indians do. Got married as like teenagers, started a family. Everybody pretty much married like their first love, maybe their second love. And so I was just trying to do something different. Not realizing like Pharaoh's sons, they gonna be everywhere. Not realizing that like really, really great guys they're gonna be hard to find. And I'm the type of person, like, I don't need to be married tomorrow, but I just want to know that there is some intention of us moving forward. I'm not going to be sitting there dropping it like it's hot and you're benefiting from it and you are not adding anything to me. So in this retrograde, out of this retrograde, for the rest of this decade and definitely for the beginning of the new decade, if you don't have good intentions for me, just back up off me. You're not doing me a favor. You're not doing me any favors. Like, I'm good. I'm good. And, you know, Bullet and I, we have a thing going, but trust me, Bullet is a choice of mine. Bullet is not something I have to do. You know what I mean? Dick is a dime a dozen. So I want to put that out there. And I mean, for any of you that's been dealing with the sons of Pharaoh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I really did wrong, except maybe I didn't put a lot of energy to who I was meeting, and I didn't set goals when dating. You know what I mean? I didn't set goals because I really just believe that if it was God sent, it's gonna work out fine. But it doesn't seem that I met anybody that's God sent. So that's what's going on with me right now. Oh, you've dated all of Pharaoh's sons too? Oh my goodness, yes, Yummy. Hot mess. I'm so tired of them. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, all of them? Girl. I done had some and I'm exhausted from them. They got me sometimes second guessing myself. They got me sometimes second guessing if the sun is really out. I mean, Pharaoh's son they're a piece of work. And the funny thing is, because they are the sons of Pharaoh, they come in a package where they seem very promising. Because you're like, okay, Pharaoh. Okay, they're running this area. They're going to inherit things from this dynasty. But you don't even realize that little old Moses out there that ain't nobody really checking for or paying attention, that he about to do big things. You don't even realize that. So I don't know who was my Moses, or I'm beginning to think I just have not met my Moses yet. So if you're a woman, especially if you're 35 and up, it's not over. It's not done. You know what I mean? Keep your sexy up. Keep taking care of yourself. Keep pulling yourself out of bed. And remember that some of these women are married to the sons of Pharaoh. Don't think because people are married means that they also didn't make some mistakes. Some people are just hell-bent on holding on to their mistakes. For any of the women out there where you met your Moses, and you're still with your Moses, woo, please share your story and give us some hope. Give us some hope. But I never thought I'd be in this place in my life. And I don't even think I'm in this place because of age. I think I'm in this place because I realize putting so much emphasis on your career, unless you have like your own business going, which I'm trying to do that, is not smart. Burying yourself in corporate America is just not smart. It, especially for, I would say, for Black people and especially for Black women, so much happens in life that knocks us down. That me putting all my faith in corporate America, in a system that was not built or made for me, was silly. And that's the thing, like in my 20s, I didn't realize that. I was just very focused on getting my degrees, and no regret on getting my degrees, because we're Black in America. Your credentials matter. You could be white and have a high school diploma and find yourself as a CEO of a company. But let's be real, for minorities, for Black and brown people, you generally have to come with a lot more for them to, validate you that that you can read and write, just for that. And so shout out to all the Black creators out there, whether you're blogging, writing, whether you're an influencer, whether you're crafting, making your own stuff, whether you're in the skincare and makeup industry. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody that's also on YouTube that's doing their thing, because, and yes, I am gonna shout out Black creators, because there's not enough of us out there, or enough of us out there being recognized for the things that we do. And so many people are making money off of our backs. I mean, I be doing the hair thing, the nail thing, and the makeup thing. I should have been boom, bang, pack, working with somebody. And I do get offers through my inbox, but I tend to research the companies, research the contracts. I tend to do all of that because I know that some people will see that you're talented and then they want to steal that dream from you. And I know I need to do a little bit more. I need to be more active. I need to network more. I'm trying to get out of that. I can get to the place of creation, but to get to the place of where I want to go out there and meet people doing similar things, I'm not really there. But shout out to my other blogger friends that are really out there doing that. So Yimmy Crafts, which is also Tenacious Tea. Shout out to Toy from Toy Time. Shout out to Tanya from My Forking Life. These are some of my blogger friends that are out there. They're going to conventions, they're networking, they're meeting with people. I think I'm just still in a place where I'm creating, but I'm still in a place where sometimes it's hard to get out of bed, because I feel like who's reading, who's watching, who's supporting, you know what I mean? But I've always heard, like, don't stop creating. That's where I'm at on this Mercury retrograde. Like, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna have to wear my manicure for at least another week. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully my nails, these are my real nails, so hopefully they don't break. Hopefully my hair continues. This Tuesday will make 2 weeks since I've gotten the color put in. So hopefully it continues to just look flawless and be pretty easy going. Which, it's more work than the wet and wavy, but it's still not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, I get home late at night and I jam them flexi rods in, and I barely know how to use that stuff. Shout out to YouTube, all those people trying to show people like me how to be able to curl your hair and do all this other stuff. Yimmy, I know you're so good at doing stuff with your dreads, coloring, and all that other stuff. I for one, I'm not good with any of that. So I don't know how long I've been doing this video. Once again, I'm so sorry for not uploading a No Makeup Sunday video last week. Shout out to anyone that's like going through it. I'm going through it with you. I'm trying to get myself out of bed. I'm trying to get myself right. I think the thing for me is Geminis can be indecisive in so many areas. So I have big dreams for my future on all levels, but I'm also all over the place and very indecisive and sometimes second guessing myself. I'm gonna try to work on that in the new decade. And I really hope that once we get out of this retrograde, that like those of us that are down, we get up, you know what I mean? And that things get better. The holidays are coming. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about winter blues and how I've been trying to get myself out of it and all that good stuff as the Sundays go by. So once again, you're getting a fresh face, No Makeup Sunday. Shout out to, all the people between my nail tech, my hairstylist, and what's left of my lashes, my lash lady. All the people that have worked so hard to make my natural look pretty good. Of course, this is my mother and father. I have to thank for the genetics, for all the other stuff that you're seeing, the skin and, the boobs and everything like that. All right, I haven't eaten anything today, and I did do laundry. yeah, you know what? One last thing. I read something that recently on Twitter that said that maybe, I forgot, I think it was like 60% of people admitted that they wear the same underwear 2 days in a row. So I'm thinking this must be men, because any woman would know it's better for you to go commando than to wear the same underwear 2 days in a row. It's better to let that pussy be free than to invite vaginal infections by wearing the same underwear twice. So I'm thinking it's men that are out there wearing the same drawers twice with the same shit stains, and it's just gross. I don't do that. I would rather go with no underwear, like right now. And that's just because when I'm home, I like to let it breathe. Like at night, I want the vagina to breathe. So if I'm not on my cycle, the vagina is breathing. I put that leg up and I let all that natural air just come on through and just let that vagina be, instead of sealing it off. And so I just came out the shower and I'm, in my dress. My dress is long enough where it's, it's not going to be a pussy print on everything that I do. So if you are one of those people where you're wearing the same drawers 2 days in a row, that's disgusting, that's gross, and you're probably one of Pharaoh's sons. Yuck. Hygiene is important, people, especially when you're single and you're out there dating. So if you're a guy and you're doing this shit, get it together. If you're a woman and you're doing it, bruh, then them GYN visits gonna be rough. Just don't do that. Go commando. Go commando if you end up spending the night someplace and you're there for 2 nights because you had a good time. And so now you're there for 2 nights, you met a guy, you're there for 2 nights, and now you gotta go home and and shower and everything like that. Just air it out. The vagina's already been busy. Just air that bad boy out. Don't put the same underwear on and all the moisture and stuff that's accumulated is like back on it, and then you didn't put the vagina is very sensitive. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be nasty. Okay? I shaved for you guys. I washed for you guys. I took the flexi rods out of my head for you guys. Okay? Cleanliness is next to godliness. That's what I've always heard. All right, I'm out. I don't know how long this video's been, but Kingston is out. Thank you, Yimmy, for supporting me, and anybody else that's going to see this live. And hopefully I can save it and post it on my other social networks. One love, and I'm out. Bye, guys. Okay, I had to do that because, right now I feel like I have, a nice frame of what my hair and everything looks like. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. All right, I'm out.